Hey guys, thanks for joining today. So, I think a couple videos back, I did talk about just how it was to be in Kenya during kind of rainy season. Since then, it has been raining actually quite a bit in the country of Kenya. And, I'm sure you guys heard of some maybe news in regard to what's been going on in country. So there's just been so much rain. There's just been excessive flooding throughout the whole country. And, this past week on Sunday, actually, there was news where in this one town in Kenya called Mai Mahiu, which is like if you're leaving from Kendu Bay and you go to Nairobi, you go through the greater Rift Valley. And as you go to the valley, you go up this mountain to the escarpment. But before you go up to this mountain, before you enter Nairobi, there's a small town called Mai Mahiu. And this week, what happened was that I guess one of the passageways that had kind of a tunnel to allow water, and I guess a train was over that area. Because of the flooding and rains, all this debris was washing up, and it essentially made like a debris-filled dam at this tunnel. And it blocked the water, and the water kept accumulating more and more because of the rainwater. And eventually this week what happened was it like burst, and all that pressure from the water just came storming down, and it just literally washed this town, that and several others in that area. And unfortunately this happens in the middle of the night, and the villagers were saying on the news, it just came all of a sudden, and like literally just devastation, washing away homes, buses, cars, boulders, trees, just totally being pushed by all this flash flooding from that accumulated rainwater. I think up to this point, they were saying that's about like I think 50 people died from that specific incident alone. But overall in the country, because of the flooding and flooding related conditions, I think over 100 people have died from flooding related deaths. And so I think it's almost like 180 even. I've seen some news reports. It's been pretty crazy, so much so because of this flooding. Even the government of Kenya has postponed the start of school. So this week they were actually supposed to start school nationwide, but because of the flooding, the government has essentially shut down schools and to postpone it to next week. And even here locally, thankfully here in Kendu, we're higher up, so we don't actually get too much flooding specifically on our campus at the hospital. But across the street, when you go to a little town in like kind of the villages that are close by the hospital, I think I showed you there's like a river that goes around the hospital, right? And this is where we have the baptisms, this is where we get water for our hospital too. But it kind of circles around and it goes into like the villages. And it's by this church called Akoba Seventh-day Adventist Church. I actually visited yesterday, and they were showing me this bridge that Adra, Finland actually built, I think back in 2007 or something like that. But anyways, the reason why I wanted to share that is because I visited, and this bridge is actually pretty high up, but the villager said that we've been getting so much rainwater that the river has been flooding, and so much so it had actually covered the bridge. And so when you see like the video for it, it's pretty incredible to think about how much water has accumulated to even cover this bridge. So it just kind of speaks to just the crazy difference, the amount of rain that we've been getting. And with all the deaths, of course, we just want to keep the people that have been affected in prayer. And I guess it just reminds me of just all over the world, whether it be flooding, fires, crazy snowstorms, tsunamis and typhoons and stuff, that just crazy how much all this stuff is getting more frequent, and it's affecting pretty much every aspect of the globe, I feel like, including here in Kenya. But anyways, just want to kind of give you guys an update, and I guess we'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.